He is out of public school. Yes, we have to catch up on that. Yes. And I'm grateful.
Eight, three, two, highlights.
And we're back, y'all. Thank you so much for rocking with us. We have a 2 hour show today, and we have so much in store. But time's flying. Time flies when you're having fun, right?
Yes.
And so I'm just can't wait for you all to hear all about the great stuff that Clayton County Library Systems has in store. Now, I may be a little biased, but I must throw in there. I feel like Clayton County Library System is leading in the industry with all of these amazing, innovative things. I mean, I am a bookworm, and I lastly was at, I believe, well, we won't call out other counties, but I've been to others. They just don't offer all the stuff here that is here. Now they may have a little bit here and there, but and I mean, collaboratively, y'all are doing amazing. So I just want to give you all a round of applause as our leadership for Clayton County Public Libraries. Y'all have to give yourself a tap on the back. Round of applause. Yes. And for those listening, you all take advantage of these resources. And I don't remember who said this. I heard one of you all say, we don't like to say free. You do have to have a library card, right?
Correct.
So, an illustrious Clayton County Library card to be able to take advantage of some of these amazing resources. So, let's dive, before we hit back our list, let's dive into a little bit of what does that get you? Now, I knew previously sometimes you can get tickets to like the zoo and things of that nature. So let's talk a little bit about some of the things that a library card gets you outside of a book.
So much.
Where do we begin?
I'm gonna start with the passes.
Okay.
Since you mentioned that, we are very fortunate to have a state library, the Georgia Public Library Service, and a department within GPLS that goes into the communities and finds locations with activities that people want to visit. Dustin Landrum is in charge of that program. So he, over the years, has made sure that anyone with a public library card in the state of Georgia can go to Zoo Atlanta once a year for free. 4 tickets per household for free, checked out from the library. We have a discount program with the Georgia Aquarium. We have free tickets to the Brennan Museum and the Harriet Tubman Museum, and state park passes where you can get the pass and you don't have to pay for parking. And if it's a location that actually you have to pay normally to get access to it, then you get in free to that. The Center for Puppetry Arts, how many of you have children or grandchildren and you would like to take them to a fun activity in downtown Atlanta where they can create puppets and things like that, or see a show? And just so many different things that we have access to. And then kudos to Clayton County. We host free passes to our Spidey Splash Water Park every summer. So currently, come to the headquarters library starting the Tuesday after Memorial Day. We have 5 sets of passes, 4 passes per set that Clayton County residents can check out and have free access to Spivey Splash.
I love it. That all of that tickled me. I remember taking my son to the puppet museum in Atlanta. We had an absolute blast. I think I had more fun than he did. Oh my gosh, y'all. So I mean, that alone should have you running to the library to get you a library card.
Yes, I mean, and then all of the resources, the online resources, we provide 2 really great streaming systems. One is called Hoopla, where you can get your ebooks, your audiobooks, music, magazines, television shows, comic books, manga, anime, movies, documentaries. You get all those to check out for free on the streaming service, and then Canopy, which is television, documentaries, movies, almost all of the great courses are on Canopy, and that's free with your library card.
Love it, love it, love it.
Okay, as you all know, the world's busiest airport, the Hartsfield Airport, it's practically located in Clayton County. And I believe that every day, little boys and girls, when the airplanes are departing or arriving, being so close to their homes, the little boys and girls are probably dreaming about being pilots.
Yes.
And with one of the most innovative resources we have, BrainFuse Help Now, it's a free tutoring program where every day from 2 p.m. to 11 p.m., except on major holidays, Georgia curriculum certified teachers tutor kids for free. So I believe that the kids that are dreaming of being pilots, being aeronautical engineers, that taking advantage of this free homework help, their dreams can come true. So parents, please help us to ensure that your kids are taking advantage of BrainFuse Help Down. It's a free tutoring program. So instead of spending about $250 every month to have your kids tutored, why don't you take advantage of our free resource? So you go to claytonpl.org, select BrainFuse Help Now, and you'll be able to get free tutoring for your kids in English and Spanish. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
And also, every year, billions of dollars are given out in free scholarships. And a lot of people don't even get the scholarships because they write essays that are not up to par. So, if you write your essay for your scholarship, please post it on BrainFuse Help Now, and somebody can help you to clean it up so that it will be good enough for you to be able to get a free scholarship to go to Harvard or Yale or to Georgia Tech or to UGA or to Georgia State. So BrainFuse Help Now is really a program that I'll encourage everybody to take advantage of so that the students of Clayton County can do big things in life.
Great. If I could piggyback on that, we also have a couple of other resources I'd like to highlight real quick. As Rafina mentioned, having homework help in English and Spanish. Say you want to learn another foreign language. We have Mango, which is a foreign language database where you can learn a foreign language. You could also learn American Sign Language through Mango. Very excited about that feature that was recently added. In addition to wanting to see kids fulfill their dreams, possibly being a pilot, we have a platform called Interplay. And Interplay will allow folks who want to learn how to become an electrician, a plumber, an HVAC tech, to learn via 2D and 3D virtual reality. And so with that library card, again, you can log on to the platform and go through the different modules, and it will teach you and provide instructions on how to do your own plumbing. Let's say your sink or your toilet has a leak. It will walk you through step by step how to fix that. And so it's also a way to not only gain certifications for certain things, but also empower people who just want to do it themselves or not have to pay someone else a whole lot of money to do it for them.
And also, what you can tell is the benefits are endless.
I'm excited over
With
here.
the Clayton County Library card, remember, summer performers, we pay for those performers. These performers teach a wealth of literacy, knowledge, but also engage you. And so we definitely don't want you to miss out on that. As well as we have study rooms. We also have meeting spaces, meeting rooms. All you have to do is come in. Either you are a Clayton County resident or you work for the Clayton County government. And you come in and you will be able to utilize them. But you may have to you will have to show proof of residency. But look at all of the different benefits. It's amazing. And this is just not all of them. It's endless.
Yes. I'm gonna add a quick little story really quick. I'm so passionate about this. Like, I'm over here just so tickled right now because to me, what I hear when y'all are saying this is the opportunity for the underdog to win.
Yes.
What we just shared earlier is like we're providing outreach to those that can't make it to the library, right? So that means that they're already slightly behind the curve. But that doesn't have to be their story. That doesn't have to be the end of their, end all be all. And I have a very good friend, and he doesn't, I share this all the time, so I'm not telling his business or whatever. But he's a pilot for American Airlines. And when I say that warms my heart, like I can almost cry, because he's a little boy. I've known him since I was 15. He's not a little boy anymore, but he was a little boy that grew up in the south side of Richmond, the streets, the bottom of the barrel. And now he makes almost $800,000 a year. Like, I can literally almost cry. Like, when I tell y'all this warms my heart, so this is what you all are providing our kids that are listening, growing up on the south side of Clayton County, or wherever, the east side, whatever, that may not even have a ride to the library, but you're introducing them to aviation, to plumbing, to all these different trades and opportunities that they can grow from and be the absolute best that they can be. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna cry, but anyway, I love that. So I have to say thank y'all. I mean, this is, okay, yeah. This is amazing, y'all. Okay, we're gonna get back to the, go ahead, dear, go ahead.
Well, yes, I'm youth services, so children are my focus, but let's be real. If it weren't for the adults in their lives, I wouldn't have a job, okay? So let me give an example of a parent workshop that I did virtually for a school almost 2 weeks ago. And the parent liaison had asked only for brain games, only how these parents can use this for their children. 5 parents logged in. Yes, thank you. Middle of the day, I appreciate you logging in. I was so fast running through that because nobody interacted with me. And at 30 minutes, I was done. And I was like, nah, I can't let y'all go. I'm sorry. I've got to find something that's going to get you excited about the library. And so I asked if I could share my screen and take these parents to our website. And I highlighted several things just for them. And then I introduced them to Universal Class. And Universal Class is an online service that we use your tax dollars. Everything that we tell you about, we're using your tax dollars. You've paid for this. Please use it, okay? And I started asking the parents, was there something that they wanted to learn? Maybe to improve their work, their job. And somebody said that they needed to learn QuickBooks. And so I showed them how to take a QuickBooks class for free in Universal Class. And if they complete all the assignments and pass the test in 30 days, they will get full QuickBooks certification. No money, no taking off work to go and pay somebody to teach you a class. And it's on the internet, so you do it when you have a chance. If you're that mom who only has between midnight and 1 a.m. to do classwork, we can help you with that because we have so much online to help you meet you where you are. So we have these resources that are for the parents too, that are for the grandparents. It's not only about the children.
have a testimonial to share. I talked about the free homework help. I was at the Gracewell Senior Center on Tuesday, and I did a presentation to the seniors during their lunch. And of course, I shared about the free passes to the museums, to the theater. And I then said to them, I bet you all will be happy if your grandkids are neurosurgeons and pilots. So I shared about Greenfields, how their grandkids can get free tutoring. And then one of the seniors came to our table to let us know that her granddaughter was failing, and as a result of Brainfuse help now, the granddaughter makes A's and B's now. So she was just all, giving praises to the library. So I thought I would share that.
Beautiful story, beautiful. I'm loving all of this. I hope y'all listening are just as excited, tickled, ignited, all of that as I am, empowered, everything. This just absolutely amazing. So, like we were just mentioning earlier, that the library is not just for our youth, but also for our adults, our community in general. Let's talk a little bit about the library and how it's been hosting career fairs more and more. And why is the library an ideal place to host these job fairs?
Well, one thing that we do promote is workforce development. We know that everyone needs a job, but why not get the best job that you can get and be trained to have the best job? So what we do is we partner, the Clayton County Library System partners with Goodwill of North Georgia. We've also partnered with the Ringer organization to host multiple job fairs. And at these job fairs, I'm amazed at how many people are participating. At one of the last job fairs, we had about 500 people that participated. And so in preparation for the job fairs, we host in the library system different resume writing classes. How do you dress for success? How do you interview? And also everyone's been echoing Brainfuse Job Now. They also teach you those skills. So we want to make sure that you're prepared when you show up. Because what happens is we have about 30 employers that come on site. Some are hiring on the spot and providing bonuses. And so they are actually having you to complete the application, looking at your resume, and seeing if you qualify for the job. So please, everyone, go to our website, www.claytonpl.org, because we want you to look for the next resume writing class. We want you to look for the next interviewing class, how to dress for success. So with the next job fair coming up, you will be ready. And so if you're interested in knowing about the next job fair, please go onto our website and you will be able to find the information there.
Absolutely love it, yes. How do career fairs at local libraries create more accessible opportunities to the community?
And it's absolutely wonderful. It creates the accessibility first. A lot of times I've had some people, I get a chance to go out to the job fairs, and I've interacted and engaged with different patrons and different citizens. And a lot of times they've mentioned to me that this is kind of an open door to the employer. A lot of times now everything is online. So sometimes you're not able to just knock on the door like you used to be able to. So you have to now fill out your application, put it online. But we show you how to do that. Also, by bringing the employers in, we have a variety of employers. By bringing them in, this will help to promote. You may not be driving. Mm-hmm. If you're not driving, then we're going to meet you where you are. So we definitely believe in workforce development, but we want to elevate your mind, whatever job you want, whatever career. You can always go back to school. You can always utilize our electronic resources. You just let us know what you want to do. One thing is we consider ourselves kind of like a hub, a community hub, making sure that we connect you to the resources, making sure that you get what you need. So if it's a food pantry you need when you come into our library system, we're going to call, we're gonna make sure you get what you need. If there is a clothing need, we're gonna make sure that we connect you. So if you have a workforce need, a workforce in development, wanting to better yourself, we're gonna equip you. And if it's something else that you can think of, this is one reason why we have a suggestion box online. Please go to our www.claytonpl.org and let us know what you want to see. Let us know the programs. After each program we have at the Clayton County Library System, we have a program survey. And we encourage everyone to fill this survey out because this helps us to get the programs that you're interested in. We, like our director said, we have a wide variety of programs, but we're working for you. We're working to meet your needs. So we're just very excited that we can offer these resources.
And if I can piggyback briefly, I remember when I was about 15 or 16, looking for my first job in high school. You would have to go into a business or go somewhere to ask for an application to fill that out. That's very daunting for some. There's a lot of trepidation and a lot of fear. Having the job fairs in the libraries are trusted spaces. And so we want to make sure that we are bringing in folks, not just employers, but folks who are needing employment. They feel safe by coming to a library because they know that we have their best interest at heart.
What are your names? I'm Quincy.
And just as Sherry mentioned, the Greenfield's Job Now, it's a great electronic resource that we have. A lot of families have a son or a daughter that never seems to get a job. It doesn't necessarily mean that they are not hardworking or they don't want to get a job. It's probably because they are not good at writing their resumes. So if they go to Greenfield's Job Now, if they submit their resume, they will get some help. An expert will help them to clean it up, give them recommendations, and actually even give them suggestions on how to make it specific to the job they are looking for. It gets even better when they now get an interview because their resume was cleaned up with the help of an expert. If they get an interview, they can come back to Greenfield's Job Now, and a life coach can help them to prepare for the interview and pretty much tell them, how to answer the questions, what to say, what not to say, and things like that. So the library, we really have so much that can enhance lives and change lives.
Wonderful. Okay, what does the library offer in terms of career development? And we've touched on that a little bit. Do you all want to expound a little more?
Well, without beating a dead horse, we have covered pretty much not everything, but a wide range of resources for folks to come in. Everything from the HVAC plumbing to the brain fuse, jobs now, universal class to get certifications. We have resources that help young folks with ACT, SAT prep, driving, CDL, ASVAB. So a wide range of resources for helping folks to that next step.
Wonderful, wonderful. With all this amazing resources, whatnot, how do you all make it known to the community?
By events like this and having a wonderful person like you invite us out. Share our story on the airwaves. We have a very robust social media platform. Our website. We are out in the community, as Dr. Ozo said, and Rebecca. We are constantly out at different community events with the bookmobile, you'll see us coming down Terre Boulevard or, right. And so, being present, being available, being in the community. We attend Board of Commission meetings twice a month. We are there faithfully, seeing what the residents' needs are. And we take that back to the library and see how we can best utilize that information.
I love it, I love it. Now let's see here. There has been a lot of recent legislation passed in sessions surrounding libraries. Has this had any impact on the way that you've been operating?
Good question. I'm trying to be tactful regarding this because it's a sensitive area for libraries and librarians, not just in Georgia, but across the United States. There's no mystery that there have been book challenges, there are constant book bans, and that's disturbing in itself. Here locally, there is legislation that is being introduced that will hold librarians legally accountable for what's deemed questionable material, materials that folks are saying are harmful to minors. Librarians take a very serious position in that any selections that a child makes should be under the guidance of their parent. We have a wide range of information and material, and that's what public libraries do. We provide a wide range of information, a wide range of materials for folks to hopefully come in to find whatever it is that they're looking for. If it's not appropriate, if it's not for that particular person or that particular family, you don't have to check it out.
Right.
You don't have to read it. You can move on to the book next to it or go to the row behind that. And so with legislation that's being introduced and getting some momentum behind it, it's scary for us in the library profession and those who work in libraries. We are not the morality police. We all became librarians, I think primarily because we want to help our communities. We want to provide services. We are in the customer service business. We provide information. That's our thing. And we don't censor. We don't say this is something you have to have or you should have, only if it's asked. But it's something we need to be very mindful of and stay on top of.
Let's see here. SB 74 is about harmful materials getting into the hands of minors and librarians being charged with misdemeanors. How would this impact the library initiative? Excuse me.
Yeah, we're not sure yet.
Okay.
Because in addition to Senate Bill 74, there's another bill, Senate Bill 248, where, if I can summarize it, there is a proposal to have a group of individuals who will then determine what is harmful to minors and what is not. And again, assuming speculative, maybe subjective, based on one's beliefs or based on one's upbringing, but information is information. So how it will affect us, we don't know yet. And I led into my long and longer response, but the legislators are the same ones that provide us funding. And so we have to be very careful. We appreciate everything that they do for libraries in the state, but we also have to make sure that the perception or the perspective out there for some libraries, public libraries, is an accurate depiction of what we actually do.
Okay, you mentioned SB 248. How do you believe SB 248 might affect the availability of diverse literature and educational resources?
Yeah, still to be determined, but if, if it passes and becomes law, then that means that there will be a council who will then determine appropriate material. It will no longer be under the umbrella of professionally trained librarians. So, trying to draw an analogy, maybe with law enforcement or an attorney, to where you know the law inside and out, but there's another group who are, I'm assuming, non-attorneys making decisions or decisions based on law, and they're not lawyers. And so it's kind of scary right now.
It is, yeah. What steps could the community members take to support their local libraries in light of the recent legislation?
So for anyone who is listening on the airwaves, anyone who is a library supporter, not just Clayton County, this is across the state of Georgia and in some other states, it's a lot worse than we have here. Contact your local legislation, your delegates. There's a list of members on these committees who are drafting the legislation, and by all means, you can reach out to them, write emails, letters, phone calls in support of libraries and commission of libraries, and that goes a long way. So when folks hear how people are actually using the libraries in their communities and the wonderful resources that we have to provide, it goes a long way.
Beautiful, beautiful. So, right now, what we'll do is just kind of open the mics up for candid convo a little bit. We'll engage with people that may be still watching on our social media platforms. Ms. Jones, if you have any questions that you have the listeners or watchers as well, you feel free to entertain that.
But Ms. Jones has some great information that I would like for her to share.
Oh, yeah.
If it hasn't been resonated previously, if we don't have the platform or the resource, we partner with folks who do. And they can bring those services to the folks in the county. And there's one in particular that I'm very proud of, and I know Kim has worked very closely with, and I'd like for her to talk about it. And it's Beyond the Barn series that's coming up.
Ms. Jones, welcome to the mic. Will you tell everybody who you are really quickly?
My name is Kim Jones, and I work over at the headquarters library. I am a library assistant senior there. And one of my biggest duties that I have, my favorite duty that I actually have, is partnering with different people in our community to bring programs for adults. And we recently partnered, like maybe this time last year, with Mr. Thaddeus Dobson. And he is the CEO and founder of 10K Black Appraisers and 10K Minority Appraisers. And the whole point of this organization is to create appraisers to appraise the homes of Black and colored individuals, so that we can get our fair shot at our homes being priced properly and not us being undercut. So he started a mentorship program as well, where he's looking for high school students to teach them how to not only appraise homes, but how to operate drones so they can work for Georgia Power, Delta, American Airlines, things like that. So we recently solidified a series, a 4-date series that he'll be doing at the headquarters library, where he'll be discussing different things. And the first day is on March 22nd. It's at the headquarters library from 10 to 2, and he'll be discussing heirs property. A lot of people are unaware of how to manage heirs property. Mima and Pop passing away and not having wills, and how do you navigate that? So he's going to discuss that with a lot of the patrons coming in. You do have to register for this program. I suggest everyone come in and register for all 4 series, because all 4 series are going to be great. I actually spoke to him in depth about these series, and I'm going to be there for all 4 of them. All right. So, On April 5th, reconsideration of value. So reconsideration of value is when you get an appraisal and that appraisal is under the actual value of your home. You actually have a window where you can go and say, hey, no, you undervalued me. And because you undervalued me, I need somebody else to come out here and do it. So you have those people come out, and then you get the better offer. On the 12th of April is appraising and agriculture. So that is, how do you use the land that you're being appraised for to do seeds, grow for your community, small gardens for your family, and how you can raise chickens and have a couple of goats, because we need goats now.
Yes.
We need goats. Goat milk, goat meat, goat. So yeah. And then on the 19th, that's gonna be the last one. And so Clayton County, actually, this news broke on Coffee with the Librarian. I just wanna let everybody know, cause we be doing a thing there. And our economic development director came in, had a conversation with our director, Director Scott Parham, and talked about the aquaponics. Is that right?
Aquaponics.
Aquaponics. That we're getting at Clayton County, and it's the first of its kind. And it's going to be on Clayton County soil, and with that, you'll be able to raise fish and grow plants,
That's pretty
all in the
amazing.
same building, and they'll be working together. So it's going to be like a little ecosystem, and it's going to bring jobs, because we're all about workforce development. So with this series on the April 19th, he's actually bringing in the people who are working on that plan to talk about how you can develop your own space and have that in your own backyard as well. So the series is called Beyond the Barn, and I'm super excited about it because it's going to be so much information, and our patrons will actually get a chance to understand the value of what they really have in their homes. It's not just your home that you have for your family, it is an investment, and we want you to get the full investment out of it. So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
and I just want to say, I was not prepared to be on the radio.
But look, we wouldn't have known if you didn't see that jewel that you were hiding over there.
I just say move, you gotta move, you gotta be all right. Like, good thing I came in here looking
Cute as a button,
cute
yes.
as a button,
Yes.
yes. So that's what it is. Again, the registration is already open for it, so by all means, come out to the headquarters library, register. We have literature for you for this whole series already in the building. So if you come in tomorrow morning, then you can grab your literature, you can go ahead and register. And he told me not to tell y'all, but I'm gonna tell y'all anyway. Because it's from 10 to 2. I said, people gonna be hungry, so we gonna need some snacks.
We get lunch or snack? Okay.
It's gonna be snacks in there,
Sign me up, Kim.
These are all Saturdays. You coming out on a Saturday morning, you gonna need a little nibble. So I told him, I said, listen, my people need nibbles. You
They
got some
do,
nibbles.
yes.
So yeah.
Thank you, Director.
We are very excited about this series.
Yes.
We have partnered with Mr. Dawson for a year or two, and it's very exciting to see his initiative work its way through in any way that we can partner and help assist that, because again, in turn, it helps the community, and we are just uber excited about the opportunity and the ability to offer this information to our community. So, thank you, Kim. I really appreciate that.
You're welcome. We have to educate the people because it's so many things. So today, another thing I like to say what I heard, because I feel like when we listen to things, we all may hear or take away different things. But so we also educate or provide resources for our homeowners, whether it's to learn how to take care of their plumbing, like we talked about earlier, or this amazing resource that we threw in here right just now. So for our homeowners or aspiring homeowners, come out, everybody come out and take advantage of all this amazing resources. Now, another thing Ms. Jones mentioned that I would like to maybe put a tidbit in there that we can get going at the library. She mentioned that a lot of times we don't have labels.
Right.
We don't have our things in order, right? And so someone that has experienced an extreme amount of loss, I know firsthand how important that stuff is. So if we can maybe even get professionals to come in and talk about the ins and out. I know sometimes it's an uncomfortable conversation, but like you said, the library is a safe place, right? For a comfortable place that we can have that uncomfortable conversation because it's necessary. It's the inevitable.
Yeah.
And so it knocks on all of our doors. So some things that we could maybe bring to the table is things like wills, things like power of attorneys. I don't know if you all know, but a power of attorney ends at life. So when that person passes, the power of attorney doesn't allow you to still handle their orders. So you need to have other things to carry on. So it's just so many little tidbits that we just don't know. You don't know what you don't know, right?
Right.
And it's not that we have a loss every day. So we're even the best of the best, the most educated, the most whatever. You're just not prepared for those unexpectancies. So that could be something else that maybe in the future we can add to this amazing roster of events, classes, things to know, all that kind of good stuff.
We got you covered. We're already
You
working with an organization now to
I had a
try
feeling.
to that. And excellent segue, because we do offer financial and health literacy classes.
Wonderful.
And so for first-time homeowners workshops, and as I mentioned a moment ago, we are looking at an organization who does just that. They help to prepare wills and trusts,
Yes.
power of attorneys, medical power of attorneys, things of that nature. And
It's so necessary.
it really is.
Yeah.
And we never know when that phone call or that situation may arise. And
Yes.
so it's a necessary, I'll say a necessary evil, one that we have to at some point address.
Absolutely. And I always tell people, because so many people are always saying, I don't want to talk about that. No. But let's imagine having to grieve and then figure out finances or all this hard stuff. So let's take a little bit of that burden off, right? And get our affairs in order. So awesome, amazing. Now we talked a little bit about how we can, our voices can be heard, from legislation to also ideas and comments and things like that. I want to go ahead and extend the invite for people to come to the Board of Trustees meeting for public comment.
Yes, thank you for that.
Yes. So our Board of Trustees meeting is every second Tuesday, 6 p.m. And you need to arrive early to sign up for public comments, but that gives you approximately 3 minutes to have the mic in front of the leadership of the library and share your desires, comments, questions, concerns, all that kind of good stuff. It's the best time, one of the best times, I should say. And so I want to invite you all out. If you would like to come, I want to encourage you to visit the website the day of to confirm location. Because depending on if we're in the midst of election season or something to that nature, we may have to pivot from location. But usually it is at the headquarters library. But just check it the day of. And again, it's the second Tuesday of every month, 6 p.m. Come a little early, sign up for public comments, and we can't wait to hear from you. Now, did y'all have any other tidbits in regards to how the community can be voice their opinions, concerns, things like that?
Stop into one of our branches. If you have suggestions on programs, resources, I used to have a gentleman from one of the communities, once during the summertime, the maintenance folks hadn't gotten around to cutting the grass. So I would get a periodic phone call, hey, Mr. Scott, grass needs to be cut. Yes, sir, we'll get right on it. If we don't know, we can't fix it. We can't resolve it. We can't address it. Good, bad, indifferent.
Yeah.
So the board meetings are a wonderful opportunity, as Siobhan said, to come and speak before not just the leadership for the library, but also the Board of Trustees. And they can get firsthand experience and firsthand, testimonies on what it is that the library can do to, again, help enrich our community.
Amazing. Now, are there volunteer opportunities through the library? Can I come and read stories? Can I come and do whatever my niche is at the library?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely. We welcome that. teen volunteers,
Okay.
adult volunteers, yes, please do. Please come in,
Okay.
and we are gonna put you to work. So
Okay.
don't think that you're gonna come in and read that latest James Patterson. No, we're gonna put you to work.
Too funny, too funny. Amazing. Okay, so let's revisit a few things. Let's talk about, because I think repetition is important. So let's talk about the locations, our social media findings, handles, etc., the website, and hours to come and stop by the library.
Our website, www.claytonpl.org. Our hours of operation are Mondays from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Tuesday is 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. Wednesdays and Thursdays, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Friday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And Saturday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And we have our headquarters, our main location, and we have 5 additional branches. We have 2 in Riverdale. We have our Riverdale branch and our Northwest branch. We have a branch in Morrow, Forest Park, and 1 in Jonesboro.
And how can
Lovejoy.
and how can everybody find you on social media as well?
Our social media handle for Instagram is Clayton GALIB for everything, for
Wonderful.
Facebook and Instagram
Next
and
door.
Nextdoor, Blue Sky.
Y'all are social.
Hey,
Yes.
come hit us up. Yes.
What is Blue Sky? See, I gotta keep looking this up. Oh my goodness.
We innovative, that's what
Yes.
Trying to stay on top of things.
Love it, love it. Now, we mentioned a host of activities. I want to talk about some we didn't mention that I don't think people would ever think you can do this at the library. So let's talk about the line dancing class, y'all. Y'all do line dancing at the library?
Well, we know our Marlboro branch has a line dancing class. And for details on that, go to our website, www.claytonpl.org, and look up on the calendar of events for the date and time. But yes, we actually line dance. Our headquarters branch, our Northwest branch, we crochet.
I love
If you're
it.
interested in that.
Yes. We also have a chess club.
Nice. Okay.
We actually have a high school student intern, shout out to Walter.
Hey, Walter.
Hi, Walter.
Walter is, one of our high school interns. He is an actual state champ. And he is leading the chess club at the headquarters library every Thursday after school. So he's phenomenal. And I would want to go back and address volunteers. For teenagers, we accept 15, 16, and 17-year-olds. The application is online on the teen page, but you can also stop into any of our libraries and get the paper application. We do, I'm looking at all the parents, you have to be engaged. You have to sign and give your child permission to be with us at the library. And then another opportunity for our teenagers, we call it LAB, that's the Library Ambassador Board. And we recruit at the beginning of the school year, every year for 6th through 12th graders to be involved in the library, to help us make sure that we're providing resources, classes, programming that teenagers want to be engaged in, but also giving them the opportunity to be taught how to work in the community. We have them participating in our outreach events. For instance, the school district's DES Parent Expo, which is coming up this Saturday. Several of the students will be there assisting, promoting the library. So they learn about the library, they talk about the library, and then they actually help us with programming classes for themselves and others.
Rebecca, can you briefly mention the Chinese Lunar New Year presentation we had last week?
Wednesday afternoon at headquarters, our two teen-focused employees had decided that they wanted to provide a Lunar New Year program. Alicia Dong, she actually invited 3 of her friends in. They're a quartet. And so a string quartet, and so they came in and they performed two Chinese New Year songs for everyone, but also had story time reading from Quinley, who is a member of our library board of trustees. She came and read. And then activities. So that was really great because these true young adults, these young 20-year-olds, decided that they wanted to put together this program for the community and share their heritage. And it was beautiful. And so they've already agreed that they'll come back frequently and do more things truly promoting the Asian heritage. So definitely in May, which is Asian Pacific Islander Acknowledgement Month, they're going to come back and do some more things for us. They won't be as a quartet during the summertime because, and shout out to Kevin, hey Kevin. Kevin actually has a paid internship in Texas with Tesla this summer. So one of our young people, he's getting his engineering degree, and so he's going to be in Texas with Tesla this summer. See, these are things you get to learn about at the library. We can hook you up with internships. It's really wonderful to see our young people and the engagement that they are having at the library. And it's funny to see where they are changing like their college degrees. Oh, I'm going to become this. No, I've been volunteering at the library for 2 years, so I'm changing and going into public policy or things like that. So you have a lot of opportunities, and we, for the teens, we're not dictating what you do with us. We're telling you to tell us what your interests are, your strengths, and then we are able to fit you into helping us provide different programs that build on their strengths so that they want to be with us more often.
Amazing. That is so important because I don't know if we as a society realize the magnitude of the expectation that we have for 17 and 18-year-olds to decide what you want to do or be for the rest of your life. At 17 or 18, like my son's 17, and I look at him and I'm like, oh, he's a baby. Like, so, but tell me what you're going to do with the rest of your life for the next 60 years. Really? So this is amazing because it gives them opportunities, exposures to see, figure out, kind of play a little bit. And like you said, oh no, I didn't want to be whatever. I want to be whatever. You know what I mean? But you had no idea because you hadn't worked before. You hadn't done anything. Y'all are amazing. Wow. Okay, so the library has so many things to do, so many resources available. This is amazing, you guys. Am I the only one? Do y'all realize how amazing y'all are? Like, this is this is so amazing. Like, you all are changing lives, one baby at a time, one adult at a time, one book at a time. So I love the diversity that you offer, as we just discussed about, for the Asian community, but you all hit all of that too. You do the Hispanic, you do everything, Black History Month, all of it. So let's talk about that a little bit.
We had a very robust Black History Month. Where we would normally have Coffee with the Librarian on the first Monday of the month, we decided that we would have a guest every Monday for the month of February. And so we had 4 episodes, and each one was just phenomenal. The last one, we had L.A. Snow, who was a rapper, producer, big hits. I won't, I won't name the hits.
Okay.
However, he talked about the music industry and the contractual obligations and the things that you don't normally hear about. He talked about his experience and being on stage versus being behind the scenes and producing. And when we were talking about line dancing, we had a group of young ladies who came in, and thanks to our chairperson, they did a line dance. What was it, Cowboy Boogie?
Yeah, I heard about
Right
that.
at the end of that. And so, yeah, just very, very fruitful and very kind programs. We've got a multitude of programs coming up for the month of March, April, and as we heard Kim say, Fina, Rebecca, and Sherry, we're planning out events and programs that our community has told us that they want. And if, again, we can't provide it through our resources, we'll find somebody who does and who will, and partner with them to bring the information and resources to our community. Sherry wanted to mention briefly, on Tuesdays, we have a SNAP education program. And so folks are able to come in, and I'll let Sherry.
And so if you would like to see our lovely Kim Jones again, as well as our information staff, on Tuesdays, every Tuesday from 12 to 3, if you're in need of SNAP assistance, please come out. And also, I wanted to mention that we have DHS kiosks in all of our branches. If you want to renew
That's
your
amazing.
benefits,
Yeah.
you can do that in our branches.
And that's vital because, correct me if I'm wrong, did our Clayton County office close and so you have to go to Fayette or Henry to go to all? So now you can come to the library.
Yes.
Y'all better do that. That is tickling me all day today. I mean, the resources are absolutely endless. You guys, if you have not been to one of your Clayton County libraries, they'll be open on Monday morning.
One of the things, if I can interject real
Please,
quick,
yes, absolutely.
we straddle that fine line of offering what's needed versus trying to do everything, because we know we can't. And so by surveys, by being in the community, by having that listening ear, we're able to craft and design what our community wants and needs. And we try based on our budget, based on our feedback, based on our staff, to provide those things. We often get times where we are asked to do certain things or to have programs or resources, and we really have to evaluate that based on data, based on the needs and assessments of the community. And so, yes, we have a plethora, a bunch of stuff, but we're not going to do it all, and we can't do it all. But what we do well.
Oh my God. Y'all do a lot though, but it's amazing though.
And if we can't do it, we know how to find the people who can do it.
Yes.
Because we're connectors.
Now, did you say yes, go to your library for a little bit of this, for a little bit of that, right? Now, let's talk about when school's out, and we know that a lot of the little ones may not get lunch or breakfast on those days. When are those opportunities for them to come to the library to get lunch? Or is it food in general, or how does that work?
Very timely, and I'm going to let Rebecca.
Okay.
We just had meetings this past week, so.
Yes, we met with 2 community organizations. One is right on the edge of Clayton and Henry County, and one is smack dab in the middle of Clayton County. They're overarching organizations, meaning that they do more than work to put food into our children's mouths, but we're very excited this year because these 2 organizations, it's about the children. There's not something else going on that they're trying to focus on. They're not coming in with an agenda that they want us to help with. They truly are saying we're going to have healthy, sorry, just lost the word, but food that the children want to eat. And so right now it's our plan to start the Tuesday after Memorial Day, and I think that's the 27th, that we will be providing lunch at each of our locations. Monday through Saturday, we're picking up Saturday this summer, okay? And then also, later in the afternoon, snack. So keep checking the website about more specific information, because we're, working with them this week to get all the legal stuff done. But, yes, we will be providing, the summer food program lunches and snacks, starting Tuesday, May 27th, and going through Friday, August 1st, because school will resume the following week. And so we're just really excited about that opportunity. We've already seen the menus, we've seen examples of the food that's been prepared, and I'm telling you, sorry that I'm not a child this summer, because I want to eat the food that they're going to be bringing. So
I'll take some good care of these babies.
we're trying. So remember, for the food program, it's for any child once they're able to chew and solid foods, all the way up to 18-year-olds, and then the law allows any special needs young adults to also receive the service.
Well, y'all, we are getting close to our time ending, but we still have a little bit to go. Now, are there anything that you all feel like you may have left out, that I may not have touched, that you think is very important for us to make sure that listeners hear about?
Well, one thing I wanted to mention is that if you're interested in the production and engineering club, if you're interested in the production side of the music industry, please come join us and learn about that. And that's on March 4th from 6 to 7. I think that is very important to know that we can, if you're interested in the music industry, we have audio music where you can create songs and edit them.
Wow.
And so this is absolutely wonderful. We're just very excited.
Okay, that's pretty amazing.
That is.
Ladies, did y'all have any other tidbits that y'all wanted to add on?
Okay, I have something like Scott talked about. We have a lot of financial resources. For example, one of the electronic resources we have is WISE. It's spelled WEISS. It's on our website. So it's going to help you to make a better financial decision. So in other words, if you want to buy a stock or a bond, don't go off of what your brother told you. Do the research yourself. Don't just go buy that stock because your brother said to buy it.
And we usually
Go
do,
and
yeah.
research. Go and research it. WISE on our database and our website will help you to do that, so that you will make sure that you're making a good decision. It will give you every information you need about the particular company, so that you make sure that it's a good one to invest in. So if you want to either buy an insurance or sign up with a bank, just pretty much any financial decision, go to WISE, and it will give you all the details about the company before you start using them.
Lovely.
Siobhan, I got a couple of other tidbits that we haven't touched on.
Perfect, yes.
In addition to our fabulous board of trustees, we have two additional support organizations that I would like to mention. We have our Friends of the Clayton County Library System. We also have the Library Foundation of Clayton County. And so both of these organizations are supporting the library system, promoting activities, programs. Our foundation, which has recently come online, will be there to help support financially. And so we are very excited about the foundation and the Friends Group and the support that they give us. The foundation, I think starting, I'll have to get some dates and we'll put them on the website. We have a coffee shop, a cafe at the headquarters library. And we haven't really had a grand opening because we haven't really had a mechanism with which we could provide coffee, library swag, sell author books. But now through our foundation, we have that ability. And so very soon we will be able to bring in guest authors. We will be able to sell their books through the cafe. We will be able to sell merchandise. And so we are very excited about that. And so stay tuned to the website. And as more information becomes available, we'll share that.
That's pretty amazing. Go ahead. Me next.
So Kim has asked me to mention that our programs are posted on our website, claytonpl.org, and on social media, which is Clayton what are we, what's our social media tag?
1 second, please.
Hold on, please, sorry.
I wasn't prepared. So.
I'm sorry, that's me, that was not me throwing you under the bus, just.
G-A-L-I-B.
So, pardon?
Clayton, G-A-L-I-B.
So, thank you. Clayton, G-A-L-I-B is our social media. Or search for Clayton County Library System, which is what I do, because I don't remember it. And I wanted to put a plug in for, Brainfu's Help Now, the writing lab that Rafina talked about sending your college essays and things in like that. They work with all ages for that. You can submit your resume through them in addition to Job Now. But if you are a person trying to create your own business, you can actually submit your business plan to the writing lab and get feedback. If you are writing a thesis for college, submit it at smaller chapters, please. Your dissertation, and those teachers give you excellent feedback on everything about the actual content of what you've written, but also spelling and grammar feedback. And also one of our online resources, Mergent Intellect, it will allow you to go in and check through the community where you're trying to create your business and look to see if there are other businesses like that out there that you would be competing with. And also, this is my understanding, if I'm wrong, come tell me, because I need to stop saying it, but you'll be able to create mailing lists and be able to get your information to promote your business, and that's Emergent Intellect.
That's pretty amazing. Now, I'm glad you've been mentioning about entrepreneurship. Roberti says you can come out and check out the entrepreneur pack at the library. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
We do have backpacks that have a Chromebook, a portable color printer, and we keep the color printer with the actual toner cartridges in there. And yes, you can check that out and borrow it. I think it's 2 weeks at a time. It doesn't get checked out by children, so I really don't pay that close of attention. So. but yes, each of our locations are supposed to have one that's available for borrowing.
I just wanted to mention, Sharon, that we also have notary services. If you're interested, our headquarters library as well as our Marlboro branch, we have notary services. Yes, so please call them beforehand, just so we can make sure, they're available, cause they'll give you an appointment time.
Okay.
But that is a free service to our citizens.
Oh, and it's free. I did not know that.
Oh, I'm sorry, I apologize. It is a $2 service per notary.
That's free, almost, right?
Yeah, almost. I apologize. I was thinking about all the benefits, free. But this is still a good service and only $2. So
Yeah.
thank you so much.
That's pretty amazing, and it's good to know. So many people don't know where you can go and get notary services. It's so funny. My nephew and one of his friends were going back and forth. Where do we go? Where do we go? Where do we go to get a notary? And I happen to be walking by them. I'm like, I'm a notary. And they're like, oh my God, we've been looking all day. Like, people have no idea where you can get them. So the library, you guys. Okay.
The one thing I would just say is just make sure you bring your ID
Yes.
and that you do not sign your documents before you get there.
Thank you for sharing that too. Yes.
I've got one more, I'd like to lean on Kim Jones to provide some information.
Hey, I need to move.
And the reason I'm doing this is because Kim works intimately with the folks who put this on. She's worked extensively on being able to offer it to the library system. But we have GED classes. So if you wouldn't mind talking about that, Kim.
Yes, so we have GED classes through the Perry Learning Center, which is the Clayton County Learning Center. For adult ed, we actually have teens, 16 and up, come to the library Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday to take GED classes. And I just want to say bravo to Ms. Walker, because she's been doing this for over a year. She's had 2 graduating classes so far. And when I say them babies and adults be walking, they be walking. She had graduation in December. She had a graduation over the summer. And then she turned around and had another graduation in December. So that's 3 classes that has already graduated. And she stays with these individuals all day, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, in order to have them make sure that they're passing the test. She does test prep with them so that they get a good start. And a lot of the people who come to those classes have English as a second language. So we will now be offering English as a second language. So stay tuned for that, because that will be coming the days that we don't have GED. But also, the teacher will be in with Ms. Walker the days that Ms. Walker isn't a GED teacher, because she's going to be helping the people who have English as a second language. She's going to help them so they can better understand and get higher test scores. So listen, if you have any questions about GED, Ms. Walker is in our building Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And she is phenomenal. And she will walk out of her class and have a whole conversation with you from A to B to all the way to Z, 1, 2, 3, about every step you need to take in order to get registered and started with your GED. And her success rate is phenomenal. Listen, phenomenal. I have seen a single mom bring her babies, have her babies do online classes while she sits in that class and does her GED classes. And one of her babies was having a hard time with one of the subjects. And Ms. Walker said, bring their baby in here, let them sit down, I will work with them too. So there is no reason for you not to take these GED classes that we have here at the library. No reason at all. You're welcome. I just also want to say real quick, since I got the mic, we talk a lot about what we're doing for our children and for our adults, but we also have Ray's Old School Corner over at the Lovejoy branch for our seniors. They take field trips.
Oh.
They take.
I want to go with them.
They have cookouts. Yes, they have potlucks. They be over there doing the thing and I'm like, Mr. Ray, why you don't call me and let me come over sometimes? He was like, cause you're not old enough. You're still. I'm like, listen, I will be older that day. But, right. So if you're a senior citizen, I don't like really calling people senior citizens. So if you're an older citizen, if you're a mature citizen, then please stop by our Lovejoy branch, talk to Mr. Ray, and join Ray's Old School Corner, and you will have a blast. Field trips. That's all I want to say. Field trips, y'all. Okay.
That's my friend. Oh my God, you all, this, did I say how amazing y'all are? Yes.
I don't think so.
Yes, ma'am, go right ahead, Janet.
Yes, in addition to serving seniors, just everyone in our community, people from diverse backgrounds, we try to serve them also. For example, our tutoring program is in English and Spanish. And we go out into the communities we serve. For example, there's a very popular Spanish supermarket on Tara Boulevard. Periodically, we go in there and they welcome us. We set up a table. Sometimes when we go and it's very tight, they try to create a space for us, just so that we can let them know what we have, allow them to sign up. So we try to serve people from diverse backgrounds.
This is so amazing. Oh my God. So y'all, we have a lot. Oh, go ahead.
Shout out to our homeschool families. Please know that we serve you too. I know that at least 3 of our branches are having monthly programming for our homeschool families. Headquarters is the 3rd Friday of the month. Lovejoy, it's a Monday, I think. But go on to claytonpl.org and check out the calendar of events and our Northwest branch. So we do a lot with our homeschool families also, and just make sure that everybody in the community knows that we are for everybody.
Love, love, love it. We have about 3 minutes in time. So what I want to do real quick is start again from our my right and all the way down. Take about 30 seconds. Give your closing remarks. Tell everybody again who you are, how they can reach out to you if they need to.
Great, thank you again, Siobhan, for putting this on. This has been a wonderful opportunity for us. We struggle sometimes with getting the message out there. What's the best avenue to promote, to market? And this is such a valued platform. So again, thank you so much for that. Indeed. So again, I'm Scott Parham. I am the director for the Clayton County Library System. And my parting words are, with your library card, it could possibly change your life. And I'll leave it with that.
I got that possibly. It will. Oh my, yes.
Well, I'm Sherry Stanley, Deputy Director for the Clayton County Library System, and this has been such a wonderful experience, a treat to be able to share with you the resources, the programming, everything that we have for you. And so what I would say is, with your Clayton County Library card, the benefits are endless.
Okay, I'm Rufina Ozo once again, Assistant Director for Customer Engagement and Community Outreach. We strive to go everywhere in Clayton County, to town hall meetings. As a matter of fact, if you have a homeowners association, please reach out to us so that we can attend your homeowners meeting to let you know all the amazing resources that can change your lives.
I'm Rebecca James, Assistant Director for Youth Services, and I'm just gonna quote our county logo, which is where the world lands and opportunities take off.
Love it, love it. You all, thank you so much for spending your Sunday here on Hits 92.3, Real Definition Internet Radio. It has been an absolute pleasure to host you all. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Thank you all. You are live with Bonnie in the City. It's your girl, Siobhan Noel, and we'll catch you all. I would say next week, next time, but we'll catch you soon. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks for watching and listening. Amazing interview.